On first down, Stein. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And now it's second down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stein. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw on 3rd down. Stein. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Will Lutz lining up for the play.
It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Frank Clark there on
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Sanders. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Stein. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T.J. Logan, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down. Throwing again. Stein. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This now 3rd and 11 after that second down completion actually went back a yard. Operating from the gun. Stein. He's going deep for Brown. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 29. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
The Bengals take.
Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
At their own.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. As Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. Second down.
TJ Green.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Stein. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, Stein. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Kyle Fuller.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. On the carry, it's Logan. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
28-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Flushed out right, and that is incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Burrow. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The score, Bengals 14, Titans nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I got you. Check 13. Hiking 18. Switch.
To the air again, Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check. Fresno. Check.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
For the field goal, a 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw on 2nd down. Stein. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Stein airing it out deep for Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Tighten up.
On 1st down, Logan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard
Now Burrow.
line.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Intercepted.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking to throw on second down. Stein, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up third down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The Titans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Stein. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On second down, it's Logan, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
I'm the best in the game.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. But I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Burrow on play action. Open man is Ross, complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 78 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Bengals 24, Titans 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Titans first down.
Check 26, check 26.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. That's going to set them back 5 yards. From the gun, Stein. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Complete.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Right back to Sanders on first down. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Tennessee.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
A 20-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, first and 10
at the 34. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Burrow will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run with Logan. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He can run for it, and he will. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Stein looking here for Smith downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this one is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd down now. It's Logan. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that up.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's going to go down again. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited, but that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. And they go play action now. Burrow. That's complete to the tight end, Hopkins.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Titans first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Morgan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
To throw on 2nd down. Stein uncorks one for Davis. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. There's a party now. There's a party now. 19 right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the leg.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A quick toss out right, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
4th down.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here's Morgan as they'll try and throw for it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here.
He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Here's Burrow. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Morgan throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Morgan.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike, check. 59. Let's go, defense.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
A very solid gain of 27. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
55, Mike, 55. Get him.
Now Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, check that. Street. Check the backer.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
On the deep ball. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
29
One final shot. They'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.